Okay, sorry people, we're going to have 3 small videos today because I had to skip through so many stuff. Okay, so today we're talking about square roots and cube roots. Now I need you to focus, please. Okay, now remember that when we worked out, if I gave you x squared is equal to 144. Oh, sorry, just to get back to these square roots, you usually get only the blue. But if nothing was written there, there's actually always a little 2. No. Okay, now, what's the opposite of addition? Subtraction. Okay, what's the opposite of multiplication? Division. Okay, what's the opposite of a square? A square root. What's the opposite of a cube? Cube root. Okay, good. So, if I were to give you the following, x squared is equal to 144. You would have to get rid of that square. And how do I do that? I'm going to say x is equal to square root of 144. Do you guys agree? Okay, now who can give me that answer? Square root of 144 would be 12. Is that all? And that's where the trick comes in. Say it again. It will be plus or minus 12. Why can I say that? Because positive 12 times positive 12 is going to give me positive 144. Okay? Negative 12 times negative 12. What does that give me? Also, positive 144. So I don't know. Would this answer, would x be a positive 12 or would it be a negative 12? I don't know. Okay? It could have been either one of those two options. So you've got to say equal to plus minus 12 because in the test you will see that we give you a mark for the plus minus and then we give you a mark for the 12. So if you only wrote 12, you're going to get 1 out of the 2 marks. Yes. No, it's only when it's square root. Yeah. It could also be fourth root. Why fourth root? Because it's still an even number. No? But it's not the same when we have cube roots. No? Do you get that part? Okay. Right. So any questions up until here? Okay. So remember that when we get square root of x, I'm saying x must be greater than 0. When something is greater than 0, it means a positive number, no? Meaning 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I don't know how far. It must just be, x must be a number bigger than 0, meaning a positive number. Why? Because do you guys remember when we put into our calculator, was it last year or beginning of this year, square root of, let's say, negative 4? What did your calculator give you? A math error, because we can't get square root of a negative number. No. Okay, so, and you'll see I wrote it here. Can't have a negative number inside a square root. Again, it's only for square root or any even root. Cube root, whole different story. No. Do you guys understand? Okay, can I skip? Yeah. Negative number. Yeah. Number inside square root. Can't have a negative number inside square root. Yeah. No, we can laugh now. I was confused. Oh, 214. Then I went minus 2000 to the power of 2013. Yes. Times 2. Mine doesn't know. It's too big. It's too big a number. No, but you didn't have a plus. There was a minus. Mine said minus. Yeah, I get math errors. Yeah, but it's too big. It's too big, but you were here when I explained. No, I wasn't here. Okay, I'll explain again just now. I just want to finish because you've got to get over. Okay, thank you. Right, let's carry on. I'm assuming everyone is done because you're making so much noise. Example what? Don't worry, I'll wait and then we finish and break. People, I don't care about the bell ringing. I've got to finish this because you've got to have the whole of 2.6 for homework end of today because you're writing a test on Thursday. So if we make a noise and we finish after the bell rings, your own mistake, né? It's julle skuld dan. Okay, example 1. Negative cube root of 64 minus cube root of negative 27. Don't worry about that negative inside because it's a cube root, so we are allowed to have it. Okay? We're not allowed to have negative inside a square root, but this is not a square root. Okay, right. So that negative in the beginning, this one, is going to stay negative. Then cube root of 64 will be 4. Minus, and now I get cube root of negative 27, and that's going to give me minus 3. But those two negatives right next to each other is going to become a plus. So I'm going to have minus 4 plus 3, and that means that my final answer will be minus 1. Okay? The next example. I have a fraction. Cube root of negative 125. What does that little dot mean? Times square root of 64, and at the bottom minus square root of 100 times cube root of negative 64. So let's only look at the top. Cube root of negative 125 will give me minus 5 times square root of 64 will give me 8. Then at the bottom, that minus in front of that root is going to stay like it was. It's going to stay minus. And then square root of 100 will be 10. Times cube root of negative 64 will be negative 4. And now you will see that I got rid of all my roots. So now at the top I can go and multiply, and then at the bottom multiply. So minus 5 times 8 gave me minus 40, and at the bottom minus 10 times minus 4, positive 40. Wait. Don't go. Is equal to minus 1. Hands up, who's still copying? Quick, quick. Wait, I just want you, even if you just take a picture of it. Okay? Listen, take a picture quickly. And then take a picture. Hold on. I want to say something. Just have a look at example 3. I couldn't get square root of x to the power 3. And that's your clue that maybe inside that root I could go and simplify. So you will see that this x cancelled out with one of those x's. And that's how I got to the next step saying square root of x to the power of 2. And then we get x squared. Were you taught that in grade 8? To cancel out? To cancel out? Were you taught that in grade 7? So it's all filed here. You were taught to cancel out. So to me, that's general knowledge. Right, you guys may go.